The SENSIO 3D technology allows high-quality distribution of 3D content through conventional 2D channels and playback on any existing and future display devices. You need some glasses, but they're not weird ones. They're almost like sunglasses. My next guest is Richard LaBerge, who's Executive Vice President of SENSIO. Welcome back, Richard. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm fine, doing well. You?
I see you in 3 dimensions.
Good for you. Me too.
Yeah, that's good to know. And in fact, everything around the broadcast booth looks better.
See, it works well, eh?
Exactly, works well already. So that's pretty cool. So these are different kinds of glasses.
Yeah, they are different from last year.
Yeah, you've done something unique. In fact, those of you that are watching the video podcast, and you're welcome to stop by our website. I wonder if this will focus as I hold it up to the camera. Well, it is. Instead of Cyclops, it's like a Triclops picture. There's 3 eyeballs in this guy's face.
And this is not my brother.
No, it looks a little bit like Richard, I have to say, only with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
But it certainly is an attention grabber. It does get your attention. The worldwide 3D home video standard.
That's exactly.
Now, explain how your 3D technology is vastly different from everyone else.
Well, the way we approach it, and actually, if I can, may I take this one here?
Yes, you may, absolutely.
We approach it.
It's your brochure, of course you can take it.
3D as simple as ABC. The way we approach SENSIO is we trying to bring 3D into the world, so it makes it easy to bring it to the consumer, so people can watch 3D, and it's easy to watch, it's not complicated, and to adapt and change equipment is something that can be easily integrated into the new technology that are coming out on the display technology coming out on the market.
Because in my introduction we talked about on any existing and future display devices, so through conventional 2-dimensional channels, which is what we normally are used to watching. Right?
Exactly, and that's the way we approach it. And actually, when we say ABC, the technology is divided in 3 parts, and the first A and B are the what we call the codec, which the first part, we call it encoding. So we compress the 2 images in left, right eye into one single video stream. And that video stream then after that can be carried on any type of streaming, broadcast, DVD, Blu-ray, HD DVD, whatever type of media that can be carried on using the standard 2D infrastructure.
Now, what happens if we're watching without these glasses? Are we seeing a picture, or is it like a typical 3D picture that you just really can't watch without glasses?
Pretty much, it's kind of a weird picture that you cannot watch, and you need a decoding part to be able to watch it. So that's the second part of the codec, which decodes it, takes the single video stream into one, and split it into left, right eye. So now you have 2 full images, left, right, and it's visually what we call visually lossless compression. So full resolution up to 1080p resolution that we can do.
Really? Now that enters a whole different ballgame now when you're talking about that kind of high definition and 1080p, because up to now, of course, the only way to enjoy 1080p is with Blu-ray or HD DVD, because no television broadcasts are, maybe here in Japan they might have a couple, I don't know, but certainly not in the U.S. or Canada. There's no 1080p broadcast.
Exactly.
So then taking it a step further, I just keep getting a kick out of using these glasses as I look around. Derek is in 3-dimension all of a sudden. And everybody, the whole staff, I can see them clearly for the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah. I can't see my liquid crystal display clock very well, so that's doing something funny.
It is.
Because it's displaying.
But actually, just to give you a little aparté on the glasses, the glasses we're wearing are polarized glasses. Last year we were using active glasses, shutting left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
This year we're using passive glasses, which is pretty much what you use in IMAX theater or theme parks.
Okay.
So on the floor this year we are showcasing with 2 LCD panels, LCD TV, using passive technology. That's why, and each eye has a different kind of polarity. So that's why you see my right eye and I see the left eye, but it's kind of weird looking.
Yes, it is.
When we look at each other.
But I got to tell you, they're fashionable glasses.
Oh, they're getting better and better. And when it hits the market, probably Oakley will get involved with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope so.
Rob turns around and says they're almost like his Pradas. Well, maybe not quite that, but you get Oakley or somebody involved. Now, talking about getting others involved, now of course you have to have motion picture studios involved, it would seem to me, in order to deliver their content in the SENSIO technology 3D.
Well, actually, this is probably, besides having the technology, the other major challenges is to get the content, because without content you might have like the best technology, but it's useless. So
Yeah.
you need to get the content. People want to see movies. They want to see what's happening. And right now we have been establishing relationship with the studios for how many years now? About 6 years with the studios, trying to push them to bring 3D content to the market.
Is it making it much more expensive for studios? Is that an issue that's got them kind of holding back a little bit, or is it just?
It was for a while, but lately the studio have been getting involved very seriously into 3D production, and they found out that to produce 3D movie, it's costing them probably a 10-15% more cost than to do 3D overall
for the movie. Yeah.
And the reason is because they do everything in digital world. Like the capture is done with digital cameras, the post-production is done all digitally. So the cost of adding the 3D is not as expensive. It used to be in the analog world where you had the 2 film and you have to work with 2 stream all the time.
Yeah.
And actually Spielberg and Katzenberg, he's really getting involved into 3D, and DreamWorks right now have been announcing, and starting 2009, all of their movie will be done in 3D.
All of their stuff?
All of their stuff,
wow.
Starting 2009. Lucas is coming out with all the Star Wars movie. We talked a little bit last year, but now he's getting serious about it. Releasing in 2009, you'll have episode 4, 5, 6 coming out.
So now, do we have the ability to get SENSIO technology now with certain movies? Do you have studios that are on board?
We were for the last few years we were selling a high-end home theater set-top box, and now we're moving towards the chip and IP and licensing. So starting next year, you will see the first TV incorporating the SENSIO technology. LCD from Spectrum IQ, so you'll be able to take the movie, watch your 3D movie using the SENSIO technology.
Oh, very cool.
So it's coming out starting 2008 in the US. It'll be a big push for 3D.
How much more does it cost for the end user now to enjoy a movie with this type of technology? If they're buying a DVD, for example.
The DVD will be, let's see, $25 for a DVD instead of $22, $23. Probably not much of an incremental cost.
I mean, if it's $2 or $3 difference to have 3D technology and these kinds of glasses that are not unusual, they're not uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You're not tethered to a device where you've plugged them in or something like that.
That's correct.
I'd love to sit back on my sofa and watch a movie on the big screen with these glasses. It's not a problem.
And people will wear, like a lot of time we had people say, I don't want to wear the glasses or anything like this, but once you get a compelling 3D image or 3D movie, you forget the glasses, you get right into the movie and you just enjoy it. And that's the whole thing. If the 3D is cheesy, it doesn't work out, then you focus on the glasses.
And it's still probably the best is horror movies, huh? I mean, if you're into those. Right? If you like a really scary movie and things just reaching out and grabbing for you. See, I'm doing that. I'm reaching out and grabbing in 3D.
And it's much better in 3D because it gets to your nose.
Yes, exactly. It certainly gets your attention. Of course, digital cinema, I would imagine, starting to get into this picture the whole bit. I wish we had more time to discuss it. We'll have to catch you at another show, whether it's CEATEC next year or CES or one of the other shows. Sensio.tv. How clever. For more information, when you swing by our website, we'll get you there. Richard LaBerge, or Richard LaBerge.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, my pleasure. Yes, yes. Thank you very much for joining us as well.
You're
on
welcome.
The program.
It was a pleasure.
We're back with more from CEATEC Japan. I'm going to keep the glasses because they're cool. And Into Tomorrow continuing right here on the Advanced Media Network.